Okay, hey, welcome to FCC Supporter Square. I am your host, Matt Warman from the Brigade. With me is my co-host, my ride or die, Mark Supin. Of course, he loves to talk.
Hey man,
And
good
I
to
have
see you guys.
the concept of this podcast is a quick 30, 40 minutes of just talking about fans, for fans, by fans. We're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about preseason. And then I'm just going to do an interview with different fans' perspectives, how where they came from, what they're doing. Also news on if we have an orange out or blue out or when the tifo painting is going on. So a little bit of everything. So it's not quite zany. Hopefully it is entertaining. It's not quite tack talks or tech talk. We're not that either. We're just passionate fans who want to put something together. So without further ado, Mark, how are you doing?
Doing just fine. I could not be since this MLS thing started. I couldn't be more excited for this season. Good grief, all the spoons that we've endured, uh, and I think we've actually got something good to look forward to this year. And I couldn't be happier, especially being in TQL, having a wonderful product on the field now, and when you saw the preseason roster and every single one of our forwards ready to score, this is looking very good.
I have a special guest. Every week I'll have a special guest. Mark and I will both have a guest. And today he showed up in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Chapin.
Hey, what's up? Hey, appreciate you guys having me. I don't know. You guys are pretty crazy inviting me the first time around. You guys are taking a big shot here.
Hey, it is what it is. We have all fans, and I have some questions for you later. We'll have a little fan interview. So, what do you think? Your thoughts on the preseason?
I mean, Mark, none of us are expecting. Hey, win spoon. Second to last place, I'm okay with. That's improvement, right?
Yes.
None of us would have. Maybe some of us did. Maybe I wasn't that lucky. I didn't have great games. To be in the playoffs, we probably should have won that last game. We had potential. They were the ones on their heels. They were the ones scared. And this year, we're gonna bring it to them. And I love the additions that we have now. They just got the yeah. I'm pumped. I can't wait to get back in the Bailey.
I tell you what,
Hey,
the
real quick,
preseason
real
this
quick.
year is. Go ahead.
Hey, Matt, real quick. The volume was cutting out over most of that. So Aaron was speaking clearly, and then all of a sudden the volume would drop.
Okay.
So I don't know if the speaker is not close enough. Don't know, but
I messed it all up.
can't hear it.
Well, okay. Can you? Yeah, you're just got to speak a little louder and closer. How about that?
Fair enough. Just I didn't know if you guys were gonna, in the recording, gonna not hear that either. If it's just me, I don't know.
It's just you. You can hear what we're hearing. So, but I'll try to edit this part out. If not, well, this is how this goes.
Bloopers.
It's the Florence internets. Oh well.
Yeah. The seller to the penthouse last year was a dream season. We had a new coach, a new general manager. We weren't sure. We'd heard 4 or 5 windows and the Dutch system, and how do we win with these guys? Because they didn't really go out and get anybody. They got a couple of people, and they did get Lucho, but it was like, okay, well, that's still the same defense, and yet we managed to cobble things together. I think a whole season with Pat Noonan makes things a whole lot better. I think it's been a quiet season, a lot of backups, not a lot of splash signings, but that's a good thing. I hate turning over the roster 6 or 8 players every year. Then nobody gets to play with. Then we have to wait till June before they know each other. So I think we're in a very good position this year.
Yeah, I agree. They're really trying to get that academy going. That they're bringing up young guys. I mean, you see them all the time. I think that's what they're trying to do, and I love that.
For sure.
I think the young guys are great. We got a lot of new young 20, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. We don't know how good they are. They could be special. They could be the next, best U.S. player. I think that's awesome. Besides preseason, we do have some call-ups for the U.S. men's team. Mark, what do you think about that?
Well, I couldn't be more excited and most well-deserved for both the GOAT in Roman Celentano and our or one of the two stars up front, Brandon Vasquez. Vasquez, obviously, he's played on men's national team at the youth level, but finally he has gotten his senior call-up, and well deserved. What a season he had last year, and I'm excited to watch this team, the U.S. or mostly U.S. version of it, coming up soon.
Aaron?
Oh yeah, man. When I saw Roman on that picture right next to Vasquez, I love that. That got me so. I mean, who would have thought we would have got that kind of? None of us either. But yeah, it's long overdue. Brandon Vasquez should have probably been in the World Cup, but that's neither here nor there. He made it now. He's there now, and I think they're both going to make a good showing.
I was shocked that Roman made the that was called up. I couldn't believe that. I think it's well deserved. But think about this: 12 months ago, he was playing college. I mean, there was one highlight reel that everybody's seen on the four saves, but you're like, okay, but that's college. This is not USL. This is MLS. He wasn't even the starter day one, and then here he is there. Everybody agrees that Brandon should have been there. Should have been at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Probably would have had a chance to beat Belgium if he was there.
Well, the good thing with Brandon is, and both of them, they're young, and they still have long time to prove themselves, even more than they have already. So I just think the future is bright, and with both of them, I think the sky's the limit. And get your 2026 tickets now, because I'm going to think both of them are going to be huge additions to that next World Cup team.
I can't wait. I really can't wait. With that, we're less than a month away, or around a month away for the first seasons. Who thought that we would have a home game in February? I'm not raising my hand. I'm gonna have to figure out some orange and blue winter gear, I think. The Cape is kind of warm, but not that warm. Maybe I need a fur-lined cape. Or
sew some fleece on it.
The march is going to go at about 15 miles an hour.
Well,
wear like an orange and blue gorilla suit.
There you go.
Just take the Christmas Story and just paint it, just make it orange, and
right.
That's all you need.
So I know that the TIFO painting, the design quite isn't there yet, but it's coming soon from what I hear through the grapevine. So stay tuned for when the TIFO painting comes. If you've never done a TIFO painting, it's a great time to meet the fans, your other supporters. If you're not a supporter, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to be in the Bailey. That's one of the things why I wanted to do this, is that for casual fans or the media, the Bailey is this single entity of crazy people, and then everybody else is kind of quiet, which is not the case. We have a lot of different supporter groups, a lot of different perspectives, both good and bad for a lot of things. I'm not going to talk about the bad per se. What I want to do is make sure that if you sit in the midsection, that you know the chants, or the people, what's going on. If you're a casual fan and you show up for the first time, you kind of know what to expect. That's kind of what this show is all about.
Yep. Yeah.
So with that, Aaron, I'd like to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, of course.
So what supporter group, if any, do you belong to?
You actually. First one was the Pride. Then it was then I'm getting into the DI now. And I'm looking to join others. I'm kind of what do you call it?
A global ambassador.
Yeah. I love everybody. So it's always fun meeting new people. And that's the joy of it. You just meet so many people. Went through like FCC events and TIFO paintings, it's just fun.
So that's one of the things that I want to bring up, is that a lot of people belong to more than one supporter group. They identify with with maybe one, but they join others because they have friends in other supporter groups. I know members in the brigade also belong to other groups as well, because we generally like one another and have that. So what bar do you stop at for pregame?
Stillhouse and Northern Row are my go-tos. I make my way to the other ones occasionally. Me, like Caballeros. What is that one?
Is that the radio, Queen City Radio?
No. It's the tequila.
Sounds good to me. You just said tequila.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of it for like yeah. But,
All good. All good.
Yeah, but those are my main two.
You need to come to Taft sometime. We'll have to get you some JMO and ginger or straight up JMO.
Yeah, I'm down.
At least that. At least that.
Right.
But
so there's plenty of bars to hang out with. So how long have you been fan? When did you start, and when did you start going, yeah, I want to do this a lot?
So I kind of a little backstory. I was in the military for 9 years. I lived in Virginia a couple years afterwards. I moved back in 2018. So that was highlight. I mean, that was the golden age, if you will.
Yep.
They were top dogs in USL, and I moved back. And my uncle was like, "Hey, I got some tickets to the soccer team that we have here." I'm like, I didn't know anything about it, and I'm like, "Where are they playing? Paul Brown?" He's like, "Nah, Nipper." And I grew up watching like Bearcat games there, so I was like, I was kind of freaked out, like soccer at Nipper. Man, so I went in the first game. I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is great." And me and Eddie Baker, shout out to Eddie Baker. He's
Yep.
yeah, we are FCC babies because we came up through everything together. So
Yeah.
we started going to games together, and we would get the family section because we didn't know anything. We're like, "What is that? What's that over there? What's all those drums and the smoke and the flags?" And somebody ended up telling us like it's the Bailey, and then they started talking about supporter groups and blah blah blah. So yeah, and then once I got that taste for the Bailey, I just can't get enough. There's no I can't go anywhere else.
So where do you usually sit in the Bailey?
Front row now, for sure. Yeah, I can't go anywhere else.
So I have a question. I have seen you in some media on season tickets and those types of things on TV and whatnot. Has anybody that you don't know, some random person, come up and go, haven't I seen you on FCC or something? Has anybody noticed you or recognized you that you didn't know?
Nobody that I didn't. Most people are like messaging me or hey, I know this. Nobody. I'm not that famous. So. Not like Eddie Baker, but Eddie Baker's like I'm sure he has people come asking for autographs or something like that. But no, I'm not on his level yet.
Maybe someday I'll have him on the show.
Right.
Well, hey, let's not sell my main man short here. I'm looking at FC Cincinnati's page, and my main man, Aaron, is just dawned on there with his profile pic. This is the man. He is the GOAT of the Bailey right now. So they posted that pic. It's beautiful, man. It is beautiful.
Thanks, man. Which one is it? Is the one with me pointing to the?
Oh yeah, you're going strong, man.
Yeah.
Now I thought my initial thought was you're pointing at me, but obviously being a couple of sections over, I see that couldn't be. So.
So how do you gear up? Some people go calm. Some people go absolutely full gear with all kinds of paint and all kinds of stuff. How do you gear?
I'm dressed down, I guess. I wear my kit. I got my scarf on. I got my glasses. I'll wear like some kind of armbands or something. I got my shoes and my soccer pants, and then I rock out. That's how I dress. It's my personality that comes out in the games.
Mark, how do you gear up?
Well, I think if I don't try to put a little spin, basically what I have to do is I have to cover my cargo shorts that I wear. I've worn since 2016.
Hey, keep rocking. It's working.
I have got the old man cargo shorts, and I've got to divert from that ridiculousness. So, but those cargo shorts have hid many an item. So I'll just say that and leave it at there. But it's brought in all kinds of scarves and gaiters and 49 other things, but it's going to be, first off, it's the shoes. I've now got about 6 different pairs of shoes. It's got to be some kind of lid for this dome. Anything from the orange bucket hat that I've got down to my old school brigade hat from 2018. And then I've got every single kit other than about 2. So I'm close. I don't have the black kit and I don't have the reverse orange 2017 kit. I've got every other one. So it's going to be a different kit sometimes. And of course, brigade bastards. We've got our own kits from way back. I wear those every once in a while. So it's definitely, I mix it up every single match because well, shoot, 3 spoons, anything has to stick and to get us going. So I was trying everything.
For people who don't know, I wear typically an orange or blue kit shirt. Depending on what this year's kit reveal will be, I'll probably have that on. I'll have a cape, usually the blue cape, but this year I'm going with an orange cape. I always carry a Sharpie because one of the things I like to do is if you interact with me and you say something or we're having a good time, I will ask you to sign my cape. And so throughout the year, the signatures are all over my cape. And at the end of the year, I'll get a new cape, new signatures. So some people are like, didn't I sign that last year? It's like, yeah, it's a new cape, new year, because I'm going to put them on display. And so people can see them at someday and go, I remember that. I like to go to away matches, so it's also away groups as well. And that's one of the goals of this show is also, I'm hoping that when we do away days, if I can call some supporter groups, maybe get some away supporters and do stuff like chant battles. So what's your favorite chant? I know there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not asking you to do it. I'm just asking you which one you like.
Yeah, but if you're after last year, we're gonna win. Is like a good one. I mean, come on, that just gets me going because we haven't got to sing that as much before all the years as we were last year. So it's, I don't know, that one just kind of came right to me. But is there really a bad one? In my opinion, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, but I really liked Gladiator.
Yes,
That's a really, particularly for the March, if you guys don't know the Gladiator chant. Cincy Chants, I think, is still on CincyChants.com.
Is still out there, so you can get a list of all those chants. We're gonna have, I have an email, fcc.supp.square@gmail.com. So if you want to be on the show, if you want to give us some feedback, good or bad, if you want to find out about the chants, like we can send that out to you. That's these types of things of what we're trying to do. I have one more thing for all of us. Thank you for your interview. I was watching or reading on Twitter about Bengals fans. The Bengals are doing well, and now there's more people coming out. And some of the older fans were going, "Oh, those bandwagon fans! I don't like the new bandwagon fans." I don't think we have that problem, but we are getting better. So, what's your thought, Mark, on new fans not knowing the traditions?
Well, I do hope we get new fans. I guess the main thing I'd like to see is having fans that maybe have fallen off even in the first couple of years of MLS, and of course a bitter pill to swallow. But certainly I'd like to see some of them come back. But for brand new fans, I've done nothing this postseason but say, hey, you've got to get to TQL. You got it. Beautiful stadium, world-renowned stadium. You've got to, make an effort. Get in there. Doesn't matter where you are in that stadium. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And of course, I show them all my ridiculousness and a few pictures of way back when when life was great and we were winning all kinds of games and having fun. But for new fans, hopefully this successful season last year has energized not only fans that have been there, but I want to see some new fans around. And of course, with the sports betting thing taking off, that's another possibility for getting fans not only engaged with that segment of, what, they want to, sports bet, but also be a part of, what we do.
Aaron, what do you think about new fans, bandwagon fans?
I mean, you're always gonna have those diehards that stick through it all, through the worst and the best of times. But reality is, most people don't want to see their team who represent their city do bad. So I see some people take time off. I get it. But I don't have a problem with people coming back, as you said, Mark. Um, those years were hard. Those years were really hard. So I can understand it, but at the same time, I welcome all new people. I tell people at work all the time, "Hey, have you been to TQL yet? You like soccer? Have you been to TQL yet? Have you watched FCC?" And I already got like 3 or 4 people like, "Oh, I'm going this year. You're gonna take me." I'm like, "Oh, I'm down. Let's do this." Um, and it's okay if they don't know, because that's where the teaching comes in, and it's more fun to enjoy somebody else learning this thing that we love together.
I'm enjoying Bengals fans becoming FCC fans. Tyler Murding has his own Bengals thing, and that's his love. But he's like, I'm also FC Cincinnati. The Bangorian, it's like, I'm gonna wear. I've talked to him. He's like, I'm gonna wear an orange Boba Fett helmet because that's what he does for his gear. I can't wait to see Bengals fans and other fans. And there's people now who are. I watch the football games now. They do a lot of the same. Oh, that is a great background, Mark.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Lucha masks, as I see. So we'll be talking to a lot of fans who do a lot of different gear from just wear a shirt and that's fine. As long as it's orange and blue, I'm fine with that. And if you're a new fan and you want to find out what we've been doing, that's fine. If you want to create new traditions, I like that too. I don't think everybody wants to do the same 5 chants for 30 minutes. We like new chants. We like new energy.
Yes.
We like new people.
For sure.
So I have one last comment. Have you ever, actually, it's a question for all of you. Have you guys ever drummed or played any of the drums or instruments in the Bailey, home or away?
I'll just say that in 2017, I drank enough Jameson that somebody actually handed me a speakerphone, and I capoed for about 5 minutes while somebody was going to the bathroom. So, so my claim to fame, that was. I'm glad nobody recorded that. So,
Aaron,
I wish somebody did. I wish.
I'm sure somebody has something somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's.
Let me check my archives.
Oh my! I hope not.
Well, I guess what they call it, training, going
Yeah.
to be a capo. I did it for one game, and at the time it just wasn't a good fit. And I needed my day off to just let loose. And as a capo, man, they have responsibilities, man. They really do. They gotta like really pay attention. And I just was not the mindset. I was more like you, Mark, with not Jameson necessarily, but there was something in my system.
Whatever gets you through,
Exactly. Exactly for the couple of years. Yeah. Now we just drink to have fun, right? That was what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, and I dabbled in the drums a couple times. Nothing for a whole game. Not like you. I know you got it.
I've done some drumming mostly for the FCC2 match. I've done cowbell on away matches several times. I like that. Welcoming the team back at Lunkin, that was fun. I will give a shout out to all of the drummers, because the one thing you think is, oh, you got to drum and that should be easy, but it's really kind of important, and you need to be all in sync for 90 minutes. So you don't really catch a lot of the game. You catch some of the game once you kind of get into it a little bit, but you don't get to catch all of the game. So goal scorers, you might be like, oh, they scored. And then it's like, okay, we got to go into our post-goal celebration drumming. And then you kind of relax and enjoy the game. So I know those guys work their butts off. So
Oh yeah. And not only that, it's certainly the setup and then the takedown after the match, when all of us are hugging and either, win or lose, we're all buds out there. but they're schlepping all of that drum stuff back to the closet. And that's a job in 3/4, especially after a loss. I mean, that's hard. But yeah, to go 90 minutes plus, and then on the front side and back side, doing all that setup and tear down. Wow.
We're drumming during the Philadelphia match when it was raining sideways.
Oh, God, you
Yes.
the
That's-
monsoon.
that-
Monsoon.
People who know.
Oh yeah.
Why is there not a shirt of that yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come
513
on.
shirts, so hook us up.
Yeah. Cincy Shirts missed a beautiful opportunity there.
Yeah.
So that's our show. I just want to say thank you, Aaron, for joining us.
Thank you,
First
Aaron, for having
kicking us off. I knew that if I had to bring somebody, I had to bring somebody with some cred to,
Oh, God.
so maybe more than
Big cred.
3 or 4
Big
people
cred.
will watch this.
Amen.
Mark is always wonderful. And remember, if you have any feedback, fcc.supp.square@gmail.com. If you want to join us, if you have some questions, otherwise, other things for us to talk about, that's great too. Once the season gets started, we'll have a lot more reactions about games and things and stuff. So from the behalf of Mark and Aaron, I'm Matt Warman. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
See you soon, buddy.
Take care.
There we go. There you go.
That was good.
Was that nervous? Yeah, you're probably
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta pull it.
Talking to you guys, you guys make it easy.
That's all it is. It's just a little conversation, right? It's got to be harder when you're, if you're trying to talk live, right? CST is at Norden.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to them, and half the people are drinking just going, "Oh, I know you."
Yeah, that's true.
And so here it's kind of a little more relaxed. So you could just kind of, that's it. I don't know what editing, if any, I'll do. I'll try to do a little bit of editing. I'll probably put a little thing on the front. I created a logo, a very simple logo. Put that together. I'm going to throw it out on my YouTube channel once it's completely done, and hopefully it recorded. Hopefully it recorded. Then we're going to have to do this all over again.
That was fun, man. It's cool. I totally forgot to mention it. So here's some news for you. So in that picture, the front row, right? We are creating a supporter group.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be called the Vanguard.
The Vanguard.
Yes.
Okay. So Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson?
I think so, maybe.
He's the guy that wears the
horns?
horn.
I think I've met him, but I don't know him.
So I thought you said he was forming his own little group.
Yeah.
The Fifth Blade or something
the
like
fifth line.
the Fifth Line.
Oh,
the fifth
yeah,
line.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's starting the Fifth Line.
Yep.
So I ran into him like the second Saturday at Mecklenburg's
Okay.
is the Mustard Club. It's really just drinking.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, well, yeah.
So I ran into him at the Mustard Club because we were this is our first time last month. And he's like, "Hey." I was like, "Hey," and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do a podcast. Maybe if you'd like to do it." He's like, "Yeah, hell yeah, here's my information." So once we get this done, then I've got my next one. I need to talk with probably Melissa. I mean, I know those people. Hopefully this thing just gets rolling. I'm not expecting it to be huge. I'm not expecting it to be viral in any step. I'm just doing this for fun, talking to my friends, kind of hanging out, and just throwing this thing out there and see what happens.
Maybe you can have like the core Vanguard one time.
Yeah,
we'll
have a live one.
Yeah.
Having people march in and whatnot. So,
oh yeah, that's cool. I like it. Thanks for your invite, man.
thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
You want me to get